So now that it's official, how many jobs are posted right now?
We've got the funding for 26 full-time equivalents, so 21 officers, 2 supervisors, 2 support staff, and myself.
How many applicants, do you already have since this went up last week?
Oh, well, my friend in HR who's working on this with me advises we got 60 applicants overnight the first night. So I imagine well over 100. I've had a lot of interest, and I've been talking to a lot of great people that I think are going to form a fantastic team.
Do you have to have a security or police background to do this job?
Just a criminal background check and vulnerable person sector check.
So what does the job specifically entail? What kinds of things are in that description, if you can elaborate for people that missed it?
Yeah, so it's going to be a unique blend that we're looking for in these applicants, these officers, the ability to perform a security and law enforcement function, but also with a strong emphasis on social work. So we're looking for people who have a lot of compassion. This is not an extension of the police force. It's not purely security function. We're looking more at people who are able to pull community resources together around social issues.
Now, obviously, we know that our city's been dealing with an addiction crisis and also some violent incidents on transit. How much training will the new officers get?
Well, they're going to have over a month of training block to begin with, and then the training will be ongoing from there. So heavy emphasis on the authorities that being a sworn peace officer bring, and compassionate, trauma-informed, nonviolent crisis intervention, and how to draw on all the mental health and addictions resources in the community and help people with challenges around homelessness and so forth.
I know that you've shared before that the safety officers won't carry weapons, but what kind of protection will they have?
Well, training and your mind is first and foremost, but they will have protective body armor, handcuffs, and batons for extreme cases, and slash-proof gloves, and the uniform is protective safety gear, so good boots.
What's the range of salary for these positions?
The officer was 80 to 100,000 in 6 steps, and the supervisors came in at 85 to 115,000 with, I believe, 5 steps.
So these are good paying positions.
Yeah, and that's I'm really proud and pleased of the city for seeing it that way, because we really wanted to get solid, good applicants who are going to stay with this, like really learn the system and be able to do some good in the community. So I was really happy with the price range that the salary ranges that they came in with.
How many buses do we know yet? How many buses will have safety officers on them? And will the officers be visible to the public, or is the idea that they're just there on the bus and maybe in plain clothes?
Yeah, no, the idea is they'll be highly visible, so to give a sense of safety and security for the drivers and the staff and the riding public, and so they'll be highly visible, and everyone will know they're there.
And are they on all routes, or where are you starting? Do we know that yet?
Oh, it's a massive system. The At rush hour, there's over 500 buses sometimes on the road, so certainly they won't be everywhere, but we'll be targeting. We're going to have to be laser targeted with a smaller group like this to start with. So looking at the problem areas.
Have you had any reaction yet from transit drivers to this coming?
Everyone I've talked to has been totally positive and supportive, and they can't wait to see it come. Everybody wants it yesterday, and I'm just feeling totally supported and encouraged, and we're trying to get it off the ground as quick as we possibly can.
Do you have a date where do you have a date where you're going to launch yet, or is that still being decided?
Well, we're hiring as quickly as we can, and training will take place in January, and shortly after that, we'll have boots on the ground.
In the new year? Yeah. What concerns you most about transit? I know we've had this conversation in September when you were launching the idea of this, or getting into rather the details of this. But right now, when you think about where we're at in Winnipeg, what are the greatest concerns you have? Or maybe I should ask this positively. What areas are you most hoping to make an improvement in?
Well, yeah, that's a big question. And, like I said, with a fairly small group, we're going to do targeted um, contributions where we can. So it's going to have to evolve, and I'm not sure exactly what the main focus will be. Like, obviously, we're going to be on transit, in and around the transit system. I'm hoping that these officers will be able to rally community resources around people who are having to live in bus shelters and ride the buses just to stay warm. Hopefully, we can find some alternatives for them that'll be good for everyone.
So not just responding to incidents, but also looking at, connecting with people who might be on the bus for other reasons.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know we've been talking regularly along the way. We will talk again in the new year as you get through your hiring process. Thanks very much for this, Bob, for the details.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. That's Bob Chrismas, former police officer who's head of the new transit security force in Winnipeg. If you ride the bus and you have a thought on this, love to know what you think about this coming. You can always weigh in on the show, as I mentioned, on any of our social streams. Heather Wells,